everyone, Greg here with Killarooz.com, and I'm bringing you another video. This one is on a new A&E show called The Returned. The Returned premiered this year, like in March, I guess. And the show, let me grab my notes. The Returned, it's like a horror. It's like a horror show, I guess, like thriller. It's really creepy. The show was based on a French series of the same name that came out a few years back, and I was wondering this because I saw like on the promos for the show. Hey, can you turn the TV down a little bit, please? Turn the TV down a little bit. I noticed on the promos of the show it would say like based on the international award-winning series or whatever. And I was kind of wondering like what that was, and right before I recorded the video I went and looked it up. So yeah, it was a French series originally, and that original series was based on a French film called They Came Back. And what the show is about is, and I'll give you like a spoiler-free version. A school bus full of children goes off a cliff. You know, the town this takes place in, there's cliffs everywhere. Like, it's like a ravine they live in, basically. And the school bus goes over the side of the road, and everybody in the school bus dies. And the show opens up with a girl who is India and Ennega. Ennega. Ennenga. Ennega. I don't know. India Ennega. But I probably butchered the crap out of that name. But I am the butcher. So she emerges like she walks over the guardrail. It's like late at night, it's dark. She walks over the guardrail, walks back into town, and walks into her house, and starts making a sandwich. And you see like this lady come down, and it's her mom, and her mom comes down the stairs, and she like sees her daughter in the kitchen, who has been dead for like 4 years, and of course the mom is completely like she's seen a ghost, you know. But the girl's just acting as if she came home, like she just, hey mom, you won't believe what happened to me. I woke up like out in the woods, like it was the strangest thing ever. So the idea is that like people are coming back that died in this accident, coming back, you know, years later, not knowing what happened, acting completely normal. And I'm only 2 shows in, so I mean, and I purposely have not looked up anything about the show at all, so I have no clue what goes on. So I'm only 2 shows in, so that's the premise of the show, The Returned, and it's just people coming back from this accident, and you're trying to figure out, you know, there's a bunch of like subplots and stuff. So, the show was created by Carlton Cuse, and he also was involved with shows like Lost, Bates Motel, Nash Bridges. This guy's credits are through the roof. That's just kind of, I went to IMDb, and that's kind of like the big, you know, the post art of stuff he's known for. But if you click like writer, producer, director, it's just like endless stuff. So. Lots of experience backing the show with that guy. So, and the international show, the French version, also won international Emmy for Best Drama. So the show has a really, really good cast. Mary Elizabeth Winstead is basically, I would not consider her as the lead, but she's kind of, you know, one of probably the biggest name in the show. You know her from Death Proof, Die Hard 4, one of the Final Destinations, one with the roller coaster. I think she's in that one. Very Pretty Girl. I don't know, like, I'm not as big of a fan as I think other people are of her. She's okay, whatever. I mean, she's enjoyable. I liked her in Death Proof, actually, I guess. She played like the cheerleader in Death Proof. But also in the cast, Sophie Lowe, Matt Vero, one of my favorites, Jeremy Sisto. This guy was in my all-time favorite show, 6 Feet Under, and he played what's that chick's name? The girl with she was a mouse. She had like brown hair on her shoulders. The main guy's girlfriend, I forget her name. Oh, what is her name? Oh, that's gonna drive me crazy. But 6 Feet Under is my favorite show of all time, and she played the crazy brother of the crazy girl. That's gonna drive me crazy. So, and he's been in quite a few different shows. Jeremy Sisto. He's also in what's that zombie movie? Knock. Oh, for Christ's sake! It's all whatever. My daughter is behind the camera, like asking for me to make her a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. So that's why I'm kind of distracted. Some zombie movie, whatever. But he's one of my favorite actors, Jeremy Sisto. He's the type of actor that you had no idea what he's like in real life because he's so different. Like, even though he looks the same in most of his roles, like he's so different. Can you just let me do this, please? I just fed you a pizza, please.
I just good.
Please.
I'm good now.
Okay. Also, this girl, India. The main blonde girl that comes over the guardrail at the beginning of the show, she's in a lot of the promos and stuff. Like, not to be like creepy old man, because I know she's probably like young, I don't know. But she's so interesting to watch. And she has like this vulnerability of her. And you feel... She like, and I don't know, like her eyes, like they just suck you in, like to this character, and she's kind of like the gateway to this world, because she's on screen most of the time. This little blonde girl, and she's so charismatic, and maybe because like I've never seen her. It also helps I've never seen her in a show before. It's my first time ever seeing her, so. It's really easy to believe she's that character because I'm not thinking about other work they've done and stuff like that. But, yeah, this lead girl, I think, steals the show. I mean, the acting's so good, but I don't know. A&E did a really good job. She's like the poster child for this show, The Returned. And she's the main girl. She's the first girl that comes back. But, man, like, she is really good in this show. And also, one of my favorite things I was thinking about when I was watching it, I'm a huge fan of Stephen King. I haven't read a lot of his books, honestly. I've read maybe like 8 of them. But, like, there's something about, like, Stephen King in a small town. It's like most of his works take place in a small town. And this show... It takes place in a small town, and it's in the middle of like these huge mountains, and there's like exterior shots of the town from a distance, and it's just kind of like a bunch of houses, maybe like 100 houses, and like the local bar. It's a very, very small town amongst these big mountains, and it really has this like Stephen King feel. I can just see like Stephen King, like in the 70s, sitting there, getting high, like he's like, like midnight. He's like, I mean, this guy is probably like has diarrhea of great ideas, and he's just sitting there like, well, what if there was a school bus that goes over this railing, and then like 5 years later, these people like just start coming back into town as if like nothing happened. Like what would? I mean, like that's such a cool idea. And then the show's like, oh, well, what would happen? I mean, that's all you need. Like, is that a really cool idea? Then you say, like, oh, what would happen if that people started coming back into town? And then you have, like, seasons follow each other and all this stuff happens. But I just love that idea, and you never know, like, who's coming back and what they're going to do, if they're bad or good. Like, this one kid, Victor, kind of seems pretty creepy. I think maybe he's bad. But one of the things that I also like about the show is that it moves pretty fast, and you you get enough satisfaction, right? Like by like a main storyline, and things happen, things progress, and it's not just a bunch of just weird things happening, and you don't get any answers in return, and more weird things happening. You know, you get enough of a main storyline. You know, it's like the main girl, the blonde girl. She comes back, and there's the whole idea of like, oh well, you know, in her mind, she goes to school one day and comes back like that night, and then her parents are divorced because it's 4 years later. Her parents, you know, probably fought because the little girl was gone. They were both really upset. They probably fought to a point where they couldn't even live together anymore. They got separated, divorced, or whatever. The older sister's probably, you know, on drugs and begging half the town. And then, like, the girl comes back that night. So the family has to deal with, like, well, this girl is coming, you know, at one point, the parents had to deal with her coming back to the life and what that's like, but the girl has to deal with coming back knowing that she was dead for 4 years and life's all different now. So, you know, it's like the show does a lot of those really good, thoughtful, well, what happened if this actually, what would you do if this actually happened? So there's a really good grounding in the storyline. It's not just a bunch of weird scenes that don't make sense or whatever. Like, it's, I don't know. I mean, I'm on episode 2. I'm guessing it's going to get even better. There's some questions I have. I want to know who Victor is, stuff like that. The show is very atmospheric. Great music. It's a darker tone show. You know, it's like not a lot of jokes being made. There's some deaths, some really cool deaths. Well, whatever. I mean, some guy jumps off a bridge. You know, you see his body like fall like 15 stories into the river. It's just really cool, man. Like, it's really like if you like those type of thriller, you know, ghost. I mean, it's not like a ghost show. It's a creepy show. You know, there's no like jump scares in it, but it's just really creepy. It reminds me of like a Stephen King level of scariness. You know, it's not too much. It's more of like the ideas that scare you than actual like cats going. Meow! But that's The Returned. I mean, I don't think I have too much else. Yeah, really good writing. Love the concept. Looking forward to seeing where it goes. Love the cast. This main girl, India and Indian Eggnog, Indian Eggnog, Indian Nogginhead. I would check her out. I think she's gonna have an awesome career. She is so perfect in that role. That's it. The Returned. Check it out. Check it out because it's only episode 2 or 3 at this point, and you can get in now. Get in now. It's on A&E. All right. That's The Returned. Thanks for watching. This is Greg with KillerReviews.com and the Killer Reviews podcast. Go to the website. Be part of our community. We are on a mission to get more of you viewers involved. So leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, leave a thumbs up. You know why it's so important to leave a thumbs up, viewer? YouTube looks at thumbs up as a way of judging if a video is worth seeing. So the more thumbs up we have, the more it gets picked up in search engines and the more people can enjoy this face. This burly, handsome face. Alright, enough of me. Have a good day or night wherever you are. And thanks for watching. Bye.